Hi, I'm Kelsey from Inspired Elite Solutions. We're on Anger Management Module 7. Go ahead and open up the PDF. The purpose of this video is to guide you through the module as you read and take notes. I will ask you to pause throughout. Module 7, Judgmental and Critical Reaction. The first section talks about recognizing your judgmental and critical reactions. Read that, pause the video. Next, there's a box that talks about judgmental and critical reaction can often be detected by such words as should, ought, must, don't, and phrases like, in my opinion, I think, this is what you should do. Good examples. As we continue, there are a couple more paragraphs. Read through those, pause this video. It requires a certain amount of self-awareness to see your own judgmental and critical reactions. Assess yourself now using a scale from 1 to 10 with the following questions. So go through these questions. Do you assume the worst about others? There are 3 others, and then you are going to score yourself using that key. Pause this video while you do that. Next, take some time to list 4 ways in which judgmental and critical reactions have possibly caused problems in your life. So take notes on 4 different ways. Pause the video. The next section, understanding judgmental and critical reaction. Read those paragraphs. Pause the video. Next, discernment versus judgmental and critical reaction. Read these couple paragraphs. It actually goes on for about a page, and pause the video. Next, we have this chart that compares discernment and judgmental and critical reactions. Take a look at that chart. Pause the video. A non-judgmental perspective. Read this section. Pause the video. Next, developing a non-judgmental perspective. You can begin to develop a non-judgmental perspective by read through these 4 tips and pause the video. Next, we're at values. Look over the list of values below and check off 5 aspirational values and 5 functional values that feel right to you. So go ahead and write down 5 of each of those values in your notes. Pause the video. Now list your aspirational values in order of priority. It is important that you prioritize these values so that you will have more clarity about what is most important to you. It's okay to change the order on a later date. So now you can number the 5 that you've written down. Pause the video. Now we're at the question, do your prioritized aspirational values embrace a non-judgmental perspective? If so, how? Great question. Write this in your notes in response to the question. Now, a non-judgmental perspective involves Read these bullet points, pause the video. Now we're at guidelines for a non-judgmental perspective. Read through these 7 points. Pause the video. Now we've come to acceptance. Read those couple paragraphs. Pause the video. Demonstrating acceptance and the qualities of acceptance. Read through those and pause. Next, stereotyping is an obstacle to acceptance. Read these couple of paragraphs and pause. Now we're at the part, stop reading for a moment and close your eyes. Try to capture any images, feelings, or reactions you experienced when reading about the groups mentioned above. Be honest with yourself. Were you guilty of stereotyping? Make a note below of any groups you particularly struggled with to remind yourself that this is an area you need to be aware of. So take notes in response to that. Pause the video. Now we're at other obstacles to acceptance. Lack of understanding of human behavior, blind spots within oneself, for example, unresolved conflicts. Go ahead and read all of these obstacles. Pause the video. Next, we've come to self-compassion and empathetic understanding. Read through these 2 sections. Press pause. Three parts of empathy: thinking, feeling, doing. Now read about empathy and building an empathetic link. Next, we're at self-awareness and self-responsibility. Pause the video while you read those sections. Next, self versus other. Read this section and about the different world views. After the world views, there's a few other paragraphs to finish up this module. Make sure you've thoroughly read through everything and taken the appropriate notes. Your homework is to continue working on your anger log. And when you finish these tasks, congratulations, you are done with Module 7.